All right, so I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in the building. Um, there's a lot to talk about from this series. I'm gonna put my tweet up that I tweeted on the first after the first game of this series. Um, there's certain situations that happens in sports, especially basketball, that become clear indications that certain things could possibly happen. When you watch a basketball team play well and the other team play just terrible basketball, and the team that played well barely has a lead on the other team, there's certain things, certain indications that kind of lead you to believe that certain things are going to go certain ways. Um, Without a doubt in my mind, J.R. Smith ruined this whole fucking series. After you come that close to a victory and you don't get it, it pretty much haunts you through the entire series. And I think that's what you saw in this series. This is a very good basketball team. This is a basketball team with um, a former MVP and four All Stars. So you when you get an opportunity to beat this squad, you come that close to beating this squad and you don't. It haunts you throughout the entire series. Game one was the game that the Cavaliers should have taken. We should have been going to game five right now. Game two, I don't remember that game. I think that game was a blowout for the Cavs, if I'm not mistaken. Game three was another close game, a game that the Cavaliers should have won, a game that Steph Curry shot like shit, but just certain things happened. LeBron James, I will not ever understand. As I posted on my page, I don't understand how you continue to allow a small forward to escape you on switches, and you continue to let George Hill face a a damn near 7 footer, and he's only like 6'4". To me, that spells ass, just terrible fucking coaching for one. And I don't understand the premise of not wanting to take on the other team's lead scorer in that moment when you're down 2-0. So those two games, right? I mean, those are two wins. They should have been two wins. Instead, um, you end up getting swept. I didn't watch this game at all, by the way. I might have peeked at it every now and then, but I had no interest in it. Um, I'm over here playing fucking State of Decay. It was a lot more interesting than the basketball game until the end, until the actual end of the game. I heard because my wife was watching the game. But anyway, um, sweet. That's what this series ends. And the thing is that this after this game now, it leads to a ton of possibilities as to what is going to happen with the NBA next year. Over the last 8 years, we've seen LeBron James go to the NBA Finals 8 times. Um, and if it was up to me and I had my say so, I would send LeBron to San Antonio. I think San Antonio will be the very best possible landing spot for LeBron James. For one, if he went to San Antonio, he would have a guy like Kawhi Leonard to help him specifically on the defensive side of the ball. The other thing is it would be his first time actually having a great head coach, a great strategist, especially on the offensive side of the ball, playing with a guy like Greg Popovich. He's never had a great head coach. The other, and then I mean, just the San Antonio way. He would have LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't know if what's going on with Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili and those guys, Danny Green, but he would immediately make San Antonio the favorites to go to the NBA Finals in the from the West side. Um, next, I guess if I was LeBron James, I would probably go to yeah. Next, if I'm LeBron James, I don't know. Maybe I go to maybe Philadelphia because Joel Embiid is going to Joel Embiid, and then you have the youngster Joel Embiid provides you with some rim protection. He's also a big guy that can get to the paint. Then you have Ben Simmons on that team. So that will be that's my fucking thoughts on it, man. Where he leads next, I I if I'm LeBron James, I want to team up with a great coach surrounded by great role players um, that can help him in this twilight. Because next year he'll be 34 years old. He's not getting any younger, and having to put up 50 points and you still lose. It's not the way to play. There was a lot of blunders made for Cleveland this year, a ton of blunders. I think Isaiah Thomas really could have helped them in this playoffs. And they fucking got rid of him. They got rid of him and basically had no other consistent scores other than Love giving a few points, but the rest of the players were fucking inconsistent. The rest of the players for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they could get a shot one day, one game, and the next game you don't see them anymore. And then dumbass Tyrone Lue continuing to play J.R. Smith even though he played like shit. I think he even started this game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though Hood came off the bench last game and gave you 14. He's a terrible fucking coach. He's an awful coach. If I seen my team getting lit up, if I saw my team getting lit up by their best player and their other best player is having a down game, and I consistently see my fucking leader switching off that guy and putting a 6-4, there's no way in hell I wouldn't call a timeout and try to get this team back on track as far as from the defensive side of the ball. It's just fucking ridiculous. But anyway, man, there's more to talk about later. Hopefully, we will be talking about some Heat basketball. Um, a lot to say about where Whiteside is probably going to end up because I'm hearing that he may possibly be traded. So, with that being said, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Warriors win in a sweep. J.R. Smith pretty much ruined this entire series. He did. There's no way around it. J.R. Smith goes up with that ball, lays it up, or gets fouled. It's a completely different series. It's completely different momentum heading into game 2. I'll talk to you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. That Twitter handle is @casual, @KSUWELL, @gmail.com. Follow me right now. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. I'm out of here.